The day has finally come. It's been a long, tumultuous ride.
Tumultuous.
3 months of sweat and tears.
Blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah.
Blood, sweat, and tears. And I was thinking, what do I really want to say? What do we really want to say in this last intro? And genuinely, last night before I went to sleep, I wrote a couple things on my notes. And so before we get started, I just want to express a few things that I've learnt through this journey. You guys, we can all.
I was going to say, you're leaving us out to dry.
No,
you could have told us about this.
No.
If we were doing a whole paragraph about what we
it's not.
I was going to do that too.
It's not a paragraph. It's not a paragraph because.
Oh, get it out. Just get it out.
All right.
Let's hear it.
So the first thing I actually wrote was, your passion has made my passion grow. It's like when you watch something, the best part about watching it is when you walk out of the movie cinema and you can actually talk about it with the people.
Yeah.
And hear other people's opinions.
I agree.
So after every episode we've watched, or I've watched, I can only speak for myself because, we decided that we all speak for ourselves. Alright? But Patreon comments, the passion that some people have of them explaining how they feel after watching the episode and how they interpreted scenes or motives of characters literally made me question myself and also learn at the same time.
Say, it helps us double back and think another perspective.
Correct.
Like, for example, I might not have noticed something, but someone says it, and it's like you start thinking about that, and you're like, is that true? Is that
Correct.
Do I agree with that? You start thinking of that.
The first layer of that comes with just us four, right?
Yeah.
That's the first layer. Because when I was watching by myself, I didn't have you guys giving your own opinions.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole nother layer coming from every single person in the comments.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Bro,
it's,
perspective is everything that drives this. Like,
Yeah.
even between us, we've felt like I've had different perspectives to you.
Exactly.
Sometimes there have been, you know what I mean, like
Even
swings
the
here and
show, the show's all a perspective show. You know what
And
I
I,
mean?
and I think you get to a point, how sometimes you will watch something because you want to talk about it after?
Yeah.
Even what's sensational? Holy shit. So after watching this, my friend, I talked about it with my friends. My friends went to Japan and they came back and actually bought me the AOT manga as well. So stuff like that, you can genuinely, the connections you build outside of this, the things you can talk about, especially this show. Like when you really talk to someone, you'll never. Many people won't see things the same way. You can literally have a full-blown argument
100%.
about one show.
Yeah, 100%.
One episode even.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like, for example, like the
episode.
Zeke euthanization plan versus Aaron's plan. It's like, you can go back and forth about that the whole time. I was talking to my friend about this yesterday. It's
There's
like,
a right or wrong. There's a right
Yeah.
or wrong.
And even when the show was releasing itself, you guys didn't get to really experience this, but we would have to wait for episodes every week, right?
Yeah.
So
It's
during
just
that
a lead-up,
time,
it's just
we would as soon as everyone watched the video, we go to the group chat and we start talking about it.
yeah.
And we're theorizing and all that, bro.
Right.
It's so fun.
And I think that's the main thing that I've gotten out of it is almost the community you can build with shows and how much, because this is art at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And how it brings people together.
Yeah.
So my main thing is I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched us so far, AOT, because genuinely the show is magnificent. Talking here is magnificent, but I think the part that's actually got me even closer to enjoying the show is hearing people's perspective on it and the support people show. Like that I think that's been the greatest thing for me.
the only reason
personally.
we've been able to do this for so long is because we've genuinely enjoyed watching the shows. There's been times, I know I'm speaking for myself, where I'm new to this, right? And I'm watching it, and it's not really captivating me because I don't understand it. But as I've let time go on and as I've been more patient, the show's sort of naturally just bringing that energy. That's why we can sit here and put out all these videos.
And listen, realistically, we were gonna watch the show regardless, whether we put it on YouTube or not.
Yeah.
But you guys just made it so that we were more attentive, and we paid more attention to the show because they know what a good viewing experience it is. You know, so they've made sure that we have that. So it's beautiful. Not putting spoilers in the comments, all that stuff.
And
as well,
even something as small as telling what title episodes not to look at.
Yeah, exactly.
Or certain intros, stuff like that will help elevate our viewing experience as well.
100%.
And not only that, we get more surprises down the line as well because we've still got more stuff related to AOT.
My friend was saying, one of my friends that's really into AOT was saying this is the height of anime, right?
Yeah.
So there's a part of excitement to see
Probably in
how
the
this
genre
ends.
though, but there's definitely different genres as well.
100%, but there's an excitement in me that wants to see where this goes, but at the same time I'm a bit like,
It's
there's
a bit
nothing.
sad. Yeah.
It's a bit sad
just the
because
final
this is like we've never watched anything like this. We
I
probably never will watch anything
I honestly
like
think
this.
you will never watch anything like this.
That's
but
what I mean.
that doesn't mean you can't enjoy other shows for different reasons at the same level.
Correct,
It's, it's not like that.
Yeah,
but
it's correct.
yeah, in terms of writing plot, I personally haven't seen anything that matches of this show, to be honest. And you probably, I don't know how you feel about the final, but
Bro, let's just see how they end this, man.
Yeah,
I've got
like
high expectations.
It's been a long.
and I think what this show has actually done as well, it's kind of allowed us to, it's taught almost, for me personally, it's taught understanding, because like if you read someone who has a different perspective, or one of you guys had a different perspective, this show has brought out that we've said time and time again, there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's all about understanding, and I think this show, it translates to a lot of ethics and morality that people deal with in real life.
Yeah.
Like the parallels to the real world that this show has allowed us to see. Yeah. And I think before 3 months ago, we had never watched an anime at all. Yeah. And this is the first thing we've watched, and it's almost kind of sad where it's like we've heard all this hype about this show, and now it's like
We're at the end of it.
We've done it.
What you said about understanding perspectives is such a good point, because if you guys remember, like our first few reaction videos, right? We would be arguing, or you guys would be arguing so much more, because like you would want to dispute everyone's points. But then as we came to the end of the show, it was like, oh, this side actually isn't wrong either. So it's like,
it's about what side you look at it from.
It's
perspective.
Honestly,
perspective. The
this
key
show
word
is
is
almost
perspective.
life changing.
It actually could be. Like, for a lot of people, it probably is.
It's just poking at your moral compass. Like,
you don't understand, even just on a day-to-day basis, when like someone's talking to you and you're like, buddy, like if only this person could see my point of view.
I pull out Attack on Titan quotes in real life.
Bro,
I genuinely
genuinely, like,
what, you're gonna go Tatakai.
Yeah, not that, relax.
No, like if someone's literally saying something, you just want to like give them advice and tell them, buddy, you're wrong. Like, see from my point, you're trying to understand. It's like, I understand what Aaron's kind of doing. I understand what the Armin wants to do. Like, you know what? I understand. Like, it's a bit of a funny one. But on that note, though, it's the end of a journey, but it's the beginning of a journey as well. So obviously,
it's not goodbye. It's see you again.
Yeah, see it. Correct. So a lot of you fans may have some people may have just been here for our AOT. Some people may enjoy us for us, but we just want to say our channel is going to continue. This is the momentum we've got from this, and the support we've got from this has been so insane. Like straight up, obviously on our Patreon, you've seen we're already watching so many other shows like JJK Solo Leveling, Squid Games, all of them. Straight after this, we are going to be starting Death Note and Vinland Saga as well. So, it would be lovely to have everyone's support for that as well, because I genuinely believe we've obviously watched a couple episodes of Death Note already. That was like before we even watched AOT by ourselves, but we were very attentive.
Yeah, we're giving it another go.
Yeah, we're giving it another go.
We were really haters. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Looking back, like now, I realise I looked down.
We were very close-minded.
It's like we're still very new to this. We got to remember, like, just because we watch AOTs, we don't know everything.
No, and to be fair, after the first few episodes of Attack on Titan, you were still saying it was like a 6 or like a 7.
Yeah.
And
I didn't
look
like
now.
Yeah, I know.
Like, if you think about it.
I'm so invested now. Alright,
Facts,
it's insane.
It's different when we're up here and like people are telling us what to do and how to.
It's actually this has made our viewing experience better.
Way better.
It's expanded our horizons.
We're so much more attentive as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think overall, it's literally like you're watching with other people,
100%.
And it's like anything that you do with other people is so much better. So from the bottom of our hearts, we just want to say thank you for all the support we've gotten, and I hope for everyone, like it continues, because we genuinely want to give the best viewing experience to everyone, and it genuinely from the bottom of our hearts means a lot. So if you haven't subbed up, if you want to do the sub to the Patreon, we'd all really appreciate it. But we just want to say thank you once again for all your support, and we're about to watch a movie right now.
Gozaimasu.
Yeah.
Nice one.
So we're about to watch a movie.
Shut up.
Thank you. Alright, and so we'll just go, let's
all do it like a little.
Yeah, let's 3.
Battle.
No, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, come on. Yeah, cold with the plane, isn't he?
He's really cold with the plane. You're right.
Oh, do you think Mr. Levi and Zeke again? Round. What round is it?
Like round 50 at this
I don't know. Levi's 50, though. That's all I know.
Oh, we're going to Reina and Aaron like around 25.
This was sick.
Facts.
Yeah.
But Reina always looks sick, man. This is like,
This is my favourite.
The music, man.
oh, here comes Armin.
Yep. The devils are here.
Don't switch up now,
She's
buddy.
so proud. Look at that. What do we switch up now?
Bro, she was bro, it's like don't-
Everyone's been hating.
Yeah, it's like
もう一度質問させてくれ
What way are you
君のどこが自由なの
free?
か
Bro,
he still wants to salvage Eren.
look at that neck,
引き
man.
ずり出した後
It's a really good question.
Wants to understand.
The Battle of Heaven. Oh, what a title!
That is a
Battle
crazy
of heaven and earth.
That is a title, man. Oh, remember the pigs. Oh shit, yeah.
What?
What?
In the
Yeah, that she got blamed for freeing the pigs.
Yeah.
She did do it. Yeah.
yeah.
Wants to give them some freedom.
Wait, she's.
I'm so confused.
She's
She's
standing
chilling in the real world.
ジークは潜水の巨人と同じやり方で本体を隠してるじゃあこの骨の山から縦1メートル横10センチの本体を探し出せ
Oh.
ってか僕の攻撃を想定しているエレンがこれで死ぬとは思えない
Facts.
この骨をバラバラに吹き飛ばせばエレンやジークの位置
Once
が分
again,
かる
he's
かも
being
しれない
real. See, Mikasa thinks, oh, it's instantly gonna kill Eren. No, it's not. Eren would have thought of this. He knows arms with the Colossus.
That's a very that was a very iconic scene, bro.
I know.
できないものには
The speech. It's his speech.
But these are the type of quotes we've got to remember for real life when we're giving talking
Bro,
stuff.
true.
You have to be real
This
now,
give
my
me
friend.
Irwin vibes
Reality.
right now. Like, rest in peace, Irwin.
Holy shit! What a
What is
scene!
that tongue?
Whoa! Oh my.
What is that? Is that a kangaroo?
In what world is that a kangaroo, buddy?
No, like the mouth.
Looks like a cow.
What? No. Oh,
It's like
Warhammer.
50 Warhammers.
Do you reckon this is Eren controlling like?
This is the Warhammer Titan power.
Remember, Yumi can just mold these. Yumi
Yeah,
molds
she-
all the
Yumi
items,
molds all the
basically. So
items.
How are you beating Eren?
Yeah, how are you going to beat this?
Genuinely, how are you gonna beat Eren?
What a scene!
あそこに突撃する選択をしだから落ち着け
If Levi's backing out, everyone's just gonna.
Bro.
Look at MK's face.
Oh my days!
敵集団を引きつけるまで
あれは
yeah.
Is
all
this-
the previous titans that came before.
Oh, that must have been the beast then. Oh, so the kangaroo must have been the beast as well.
私別にエレンと友達じゃないから
What?
She's the weakest one as well. She's trying to act all hard.
She's dodging him
not
effortlessly.
acting hard. She's
She's dodging him effortlessly.
She's doing everything in her power. Look at her.
Oh, look at the way quickly she's moving.
Bro.
She moves like a human, I can't lie.
Bro, this is sick.
Nah, I like it.
Why she want? Why is Mikasa still saying wait?
No.
Bro, I told you, I did not have a good feeling about that.
That Warhammer,
Warhammer,
is cool. That's
that Lara's?
Yeah,
I think
that's
Lara-
her.
Lara's
That's
time.
the
Lara type wall.
type wall. Oh, that's Gallia.
Gallia.
That's genius. He's using his mates against him as well.
Yeah.
This guy.
But
is
Reyna
insane.
against Reyna would be
It's
crazy.
the emotional manipulation of the mind.
Is that his brother, Gallia's brother?
Ooh, maybe.
That-
You might be
I
right.
feel like that's Gallia's brother.
黙って見ているわけにはいかんそういう大砲で敵を迎え撃て残りの兵員で運用できる大砲は
I'll go myself.
それが黙って見ていられる理由
I like this guy
Yeah.
a
I,
lot.
lo-
man.
but I think that a lot of commanders in this show as well, they deserve to be commanders, bro.
100%.
What Magath said.
Bro, bro,
You
this
said
thing is missing.
Captain! Captain!
Bro,
He's
bro!
back. He's back.
I will miss you, my friend.
I missed him, man.
Bro, reminiscing of some of his iconic scenes.
Oh, that knee, bro. Oh,
There's a Reyna's running after
bro, Reyna's, there's 4 Reynas behind Reyna. Mikasa!
あの子だそういう見る
Yeah.
エレンが言うようにエレンがただ進み続けるだけ
He
な
wouldn't use this.
この抵抗は始祖ユミルの意志だとしたら始祖ユミルも
Yeah, they work together, my friend. She gave him the keys.
Is that Bertolt?
It's like he's trapped in a black hole or something.
Big Bird.
Oh no. Oh no.
Imagine getting grabbed by your best friend that's dead.
No, surely not.
No!
Is that the end of Reyna?
Nah, he
No.
can pass
Bro,
consciousness.
this has
Yeah,
happened
his,
to him so-
his consciousness surely passed down, no? Oh no.
大起動装置が破損したようだ。
俺もてめえの巨人は
He's got a point.
They can still see humor in moments like this.
They need to keep fighting.
These two characters both grown on us so much.
Genuinely, I think.
We're scaring real quick. I just got goosebumps when he said that.
I got some tears in my eyes. I got some tears in
This
my
is
eyes.
like
Bro, seeing her in action is so crazy right now. Like
Oh, that's snake. Ugly.
the captain,
the two.
Goodmans.
Bro, that John speech just gave me.
He always cared about Rhino like deep.
Yeah.
You know?
Raina cared about them as well.
Oh, Levi.
Mikasa's now realizing the situation almost.
Yeah.
私は強い
You're not that strong to fight all of them. Relax.
Oh my
Wait, what the
god!
Falco.
That's
Oh,
Falco! Falco!
That's the bird. That's the bird.
Falco the Falcon. Holy.
Falco's the flying titan!
That show with Mikasa was sick.
Bro,
Other Mikasa
They
got
had
wings.
wings. They showed that in the trailer, and that's what we thought
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, bro, I
Mikasa
thought
got
that was
wings.
Mikasa got wings. I was
I
like,
thought
what
she
the
was an angel.
bro.
I thought she was an angel.
Bro, I thought... Look at their faces.
This is
Bro,
sick.
this is one of the hardest.
Bro, I
times.
genuinely thought Mikasa had wings. I was like, there's no way they pulled this off last episode. There is no way.
Oh, that is the sickest Titan, I think, for me.
一方でアルミを救助する超大型の爆発が頼りだ。
Oh yeah.
でもなんだよアルコが飛ぶなんて奇跡が起きなければ
Facts.
俺たちはあそこで死んでただろう
Facts.
Bro, Connie's scar, that blood
Mikasa
coming
still
out.
doesn't want to accept it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Ah! Sometimes, you know.
バカに言ってやりたいことはこうとあったが。
Yeah, bro, this is... They're battling with whether to save their friend or like...
There's always going to be that moment of hesitation for all of them, I think.
That's where Annie is the...
エレンも
He can't say it.
殺
He
そう
can't say it.
ミカサあんたはアルミを救うことだけを考えな
左腕に色あせた腕章の跡。
Honorary Marley.
ケルディア人だな。
Bro, like,
Bro,
why does
just
this matter
shut
right
up.
now?
Oh my god. Where's the
Bro, the world's
command?
about to end. No one cares.
Finally.
Oh.
Finally,
Talk some... Talk some...
talk some sense into these guys.
What?
What?
こんな時にまで殺し合いかよ
Surely he didn't kill Annie's dad yet.
What?
What
He's
the
got
hell?
archers now, man. Like,
Warhammer
what?
archers.
Bro,
Eren is OP, man. Like,
well, how can you stop this?
Falco going head first, though.
Shit.
That's why Brian, Annie, that's why everyone
Everyone's-
transforming. Oh, Reiner? Are you really like that?
Bro, he's got strength, remember?
Reinsky.
Buddy's got strength.
Bro,
Reinsky.
Buddy's got strength.
He's the
Bro, you
arm.
just-
This is the greatest I've ever seen.
Oh,
man.
him and John working together?
This is. I love this duo. I love this duo, man. I love this duo.
Flying
bro,
leg
the
kick.
little drop kick.
Elliot. I'm pretty sure that would be his brother. They look the same. Oh, that means Piet
Oh,
was
he's
there.
healing.
Yeah, imagine, you know when you're running down a hill and you can't control
Transform again. Beautiful.
You look so goofy when you run down here.
Yeah. Gally.
じゃん私が戦闘に向かない雑用が
She left at the last second.
You transform again. Remember
Yeah,
her
she can
endurance.
transform.
Yeah,
transform
she has
numerous
very high
times.
endurance, yeah.
勝つまで戦
You know what?
Until I've won.
Bro, she
know
can just
what
keep going.
This is dedication.
私のことは構わずに
Bro,
Come
I
on,
didn't know
Johnny,
she was
come on,
really
John
like that.
needed, man.
One-
I
Johnny,
actually
do
didn't know
your
she was like
thing.
that.
あの豚が何かの巨人がどれ
I don't know what it is either.
あそこのあれどこ9つの巨人で言うと何なのシャリキか獣かアギトかもし
Maybe
れ
a
ない
mix like
わ
Falco.
からない
At this point, there's just one.
あんた真面目にやってるか
How?
What is
Bro,
this?
what the?
オオカピは知らない
Okapi.
言ってファルコン
Okapi.
あのオカピか何かを尾骨に追い詰めてアルミンを取り戻す私このライフルでエンド
Facts, Gabby. Gabby.
Phase Gabby.
巨人はここにはいない。奴の命令をしくじったことはなかった。一度
I actually just got goosebumps, bro.
なのに。奴
Why does his face look like that?
だけがなぜ
You promised him.
How you always come there?
お前たちが捧げた命は他の命を踏み潰すためにあったのか。違う。俺たちが夢見た巨人のいない世界は
This man leave.
呆れるほどおめでたい理想の世界だったはずだ。エルビン、俺はお前を選ばなかったことに
I'm glad.
悔いはない。
I do.
お前らと同じ目をしたあいつに未来を託したことに。
They need to get Armin out of there, man. I need to see Armin like final form, bro. But
How quick is
this guy is
Okapi?
moving.
This Okapi is crazy.
Oh, she's gonna fling him.
Oh, that's so sick.
Whoa!
But they work
I've
together.
never- the
That's
team
great.
ups.
Yeah, the team up.
Ryan and Jean because Addy, bro. I love it.
Arnie's hard.
That is
man.
hard, man.
She looks dead.
頼むから動いてくれ。みんなが死んで
Wait,
しまう。
he's talking to himself.
起きろよ、クス野郎。役立たせ。僕は僕が嫌いだ。ずっと前は僕を裏切り続けてきた。奪
Damn.
った命も期待も責任も何も何一つ何もかわせなかった。
This is like his deepest, darkest
Yeah.
person talking to himself.
Yeah, he's talking to himself.
Even though this isn't acting, it just feels real.
Bro, like that's like,
Like it feels.
where the emotion is like.
It's like it feels real.
It's so relatable.
You good?
Yeah. Settle down, buddy.
Bro, look at these guys' eyes, man. Like,
Bro,
It's like Aaron. It's how Aaron looks right now. as well.
They're at the brink of death. Oh, they got all the. They got all the.
Oh, they're showing.
This is like
the
the
world
world.
is much bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
world, bro. They're showing the world.
why is that highlighted?
Yeah. The baby dying.
Oh no. Oh, he held the baby. But that's not gonna do anything.
Oh, well, everyone passed the
Yeah.
baby back.
Oh my.
The way they can show that as if. Oh, what a shot.
It's beautiful. Everything was black and white
Yeah,
except for
yeah.
that baby.
That's cinematography at its finest.
すごい。ここは夢でも幻でも
It's a real life.
死後の世界でもない。ここは道。
The parts.
With sand in the path.
Yeah, where they were.
現実だ。
Yeah.
考えろ。
Zeke.
Zeke! Zeke! Big Daddy!
They're playing like a kid on the sand.
Bro, man's making like sandcastles. What's he?
Snowman.
こんにちは。エレンの友達。
Does he don't know Armin's name?
君もユミルに食われたか。
Maybe he doesn't remember his name. It's been a while for him, probably.
Oh
Staying there for
yeah,
years.
it's been a while.
A
Yeah.
long dream.
結果的に生命が残った理由は生命が増えるという性質を持っていたからだ。より多く、より広く。
He's literally talking about humanity. Like,
つまり生きる目的とは増えることだ。より強く、より巨大な不死身の体を生み出し、そして死さえ存在しない世界へと彼女は生まれた。
僕、何も諦めてません。
He hasn't given up on Aaron. He hasn't given up on getting out of here. Like,
good question.
まだ
Why?
増えるためか。今起きていることは恐怖に支配された生命の惨状という
So Zeke kind of on board with it. I do not like it.
生命活動がもたらした。
Bro, he's nihilistic now completely.
he's given up. He's completely.
Completely nihilistic.
He just accepted.
Zeke just thinks the whole point of life is now just to multiply.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
俺は夕暮れ時、丘にある木に向かって3人でかけっこをした。言い出しっぺのエレンがいきなり駆け出して、ミカサはあえてエレンの後ろを
To let him win.
What the hell? Where does this come from?
でもその日は風がぬるくてただ走ってるだけで気持ちよかった。その時、僕はなぜかこう思った。ここで3人でかけっこをするために生まれてきたんじゃないか。
This is interesting.
Bro.
Yeah, it's the small things in
Yeah,
life.
the small. Oh, the baseball. Wait.
これは砂に埋まってました
Wait, what the
He
hell?
saw a baseball in his
He
hand.
He sees the leaves.
Yeah.
It's like the purpose. Oh, like,
Holy shit! It's like everyone's.
That's a glimmer of purpose. Like,
It's
Yeah,
not
like-
needed to multiply.
it's incredibly precious thing. It's the same thing with the baseball. It's an incredibly precious thing. It's not needed to multiply.
it's coming back to him. It's coming
Yeah.
back to him now.
His catch games.
I'm getting chills, Mr. Cassava. Exactly. Oh.
確かに俺はずっとキャッチボールをしているだけでよかった
Oh, Cassava, Galliard,
Kruger, Grisha. That's such a deep message, man. Holy shit.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! That was literally beauty. It's just this is a show, bro. From that to this now, it's like, bro, you can't.
You go back to the meaning,
yeah,
like
you can't
the
dwell in,
fighting.
yeah, you can't
Exactly.
dwell on
Lock
something
in
for too
straight
long.
away,
You gotta be
yeah.
locked in.
Wait,
Wait.
Bertol was helping.
What?
Because is Armin inside?
Wait,
Is,
yeah, they're being
is Armin
controlled.
the reason why they're doing this?
Diff mates are helping.
Emotion, emotion that. Holy shit!
I actually have
It's
goosebumps.
because Zeke, because Armin inspired
Yeah,
purpose on Zeke,
yeah.
and Zeke is tied with Eren.
Yeah.
He's the royal blood, remember?
Yeah, he's the royal blood.
So like, oh,
Oh my
that's the power of emotions. Oh, Guppy.
bro. No.
Oh, it's giving
Turn,
a wound
save
though.
him,
It's
save
giving
him.
it a wound.
Yeah, turn. He's gonna
It's
turn.
giving him a Thunder spear.
I want to see Armin turn now, bro.
Bro, he needs to transform.
Yeah,
I
that's
wanna
what I
He's gonna
mean.
kill everyone there if
Yeah,
he
yeah,
transforms.
exactly.
Relax.
They need to leave
Oh.
for. They need to leave first. Then I want to see him nuke up the gap.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love you.
we better get the kiss to Eren and Mikasa.
Yeah.
Bro, one in human, one in
Kiss
Titan
that
form.
Titan, yeah.
Imagine them kissing in Titanfall. That's crazy.
Oh, Kruger. Remember with the
Oh.
bow? He did the same thing. Grisha.
Yeah, Grisha, yeah, that's Grisha.
Titan.
Oh, we'll see Cassava then.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that Cassava? He's a bull. That's Zeke.
Zeke. Levi wants to chop his head off right now. Oh my god.
He's Jack.
I love Zeke, man. Zeke
Yeah.
talking to other
I love
people is.
Imagine they used to just hug it out and be like, let's be friends.
Bro, this Titan looks insane.
Grisha's a beast.
全てのエルディア人
Even the dead ones.
Correct. Oh.
No, there's no life or death here. Exactly like Armin said.
始祖ユミルがつながりを求めているからだ
Yeah. Keeps them around. Keeps their souls around.
Yeah.
草川さん俺たちの望みは叶わなかったよ安楽死計画は間違ってなかったと今でも思うでもあなたとキャッチボールするためならまだ
This is so wholesome, man.
This is really a full circle moment, man. Oh, he's about to cry.
Bro,
一応感謝しておくよ父さん
for being born.
わかるんだここでじっとしてられない
みんな力を
Bro, I actually have crazy goosebumps right now, man. Oh, bro, this is insane. This ending is beautiful so far. I won't even
Bro,
lie,
Zeke
man.
looks crisp.
いい天気じゃない
He's appreciating the small things.
Yeah, he's going out with humor, bro.
If I felt that way, this guy, man, I actually,
I love his character, man.
I love him.
It's like, you can't hate anyone.
進めるよ
Oh,
He went,
Captain!
he went out, bro.
Levi! He got what he wanted.
No hesitation.
Bro,
Went
they,
out like a G.
bro, they both
Wait, so
kind of
now
got
what
what they
happens?
wanted.
Is Eren disconnected from Zeke now?
Yeah, there's no royal blood.
Oh, so now they're gonna stop.
the found, yeah, he doesn't have royal blood. He needs a found Ymir now.
Oh, this
Oh,
baby.
the baby is still there.
Bro, Rain is still fighting. They're still going, bro.
But they have to.
Oh, that music.
Bro,
It's back.
bro, Jean.
John looks sick. Holy! He's fighting with
This is-
one, by the way. He's fighting with one ODM. Oh, he's got to detonate it.
Top one glow up.
Don't hesitate. No, he's suiciding.
He's calling him a suicidal bastard. He always called him that.
Is that the
Yeah,
dynamites
yeah.
that Pete put on?
Yeah.
That's a.
こいつまたエレンの首に
Rainer!
Rainer's a battling with life right now.
This guy's going out. He's going like a warrior.
He's just him right now.
きっと超大型の爆発に耐えられる。何より根気を逃すことは
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
不意にするも
Facts, you need to explode this right
He's
here,
literally
right now.
being.
Bro, he's going out with all his
Yeah,
might.
he's like. He's. Oh.
みんなの力がなければ
Oh, that's a sick
地
shot.
ならしは止められ
Bro,
なかっ
Armin.
Armin looks like a king right
Now
now.
let me
Wait
take-
a
He's
minute.
the one that.
Now let me take over.
Armin.
He's about to transform. He's nuking up the gaff.
Oh.
Oh, his story of giving birth
Oh,
at the same time. That's interesting.
very.
Aaron's dead.
I don't think he would go out like that.
Oh,
The headaches. We found out was bullshit.
Yeah, that's
Well,
bullshit.
Yes and no.
The headaches are real.
Yeah,
I think
headaches,
headaches
are
are real,
real,
but yeah.
Yeah.
but there's protection.
Yeah.
後悔がねえわけじゃねえ。でも俺たち間違ってなかったよ。地ならしを止めたし。
Rainer.
This man Rainer does not die,
Bro.
bro. He's a warrior.
Rainer.
This man does not freaking die.
No way, that's Aaron.
What's.
Oh my god, he's back.
What? Aaron.
He looks sick.
Did Aaron transform into like a.
He's like
Colo-
a colossal.
Yeah.
Is he colossal?
He doesn't have the life, the parasite.
Armin versus Aaron in the back.
Colossal form! What's go. What? That's. Is it regenerating? Much like that?
Oh.
Bro, this is emotional, man.
Oh, she found a reason for fighting again. What, like Zeke's spinal fluid?
無理だよ
Oh, because he can influence, right?
Oh, he can.
Except
memories.
memories can be influenced except for Ackerman's.
Yeah. Oh, so is that vapor? That's what it's doing.
Holy shit! Everyone's memories are being altered.
Why would memory being altered be that bad though? I don't think it's memories. It's they can
Do
control.
you
the
guys
body.
remember what happened to Holly's mom?
Yeah, she got transformed.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's like Zeke's spinal fluid.
覚えてるか、じゃん。死体を焼いた
You're
夜
turning to
They're
Titan.
reminiscing.
You're turning to Titan.
Kill Aaron, man.
He made them join the survey call.
No.
Okay. They all freaking turned except for Mikasa and.
Fuck Aaron, man. Where are they going?
That was kind of sick. I can't lie.
Bro, they're
He's
gonna
gonna see Ryan's gonna see his mom.
He's gonna have to fight his mum.
Ryan
That is
is
messed
sick.
up.
Bro, Armin.
See this throw hands. We fought. I'd be the one to beat you.
Oh my god.
Nah, that's cool.
Holy
His mom.
That's his mum.
Oh my god.
No, you can't make someone genuinely help. This is pure pain. That when will that torment end? Oh my.
She's still getting the headache.
You useless character! I'm sorry, I have to say it, man. Can you kill Aaron, please?
Why is she getting headaches right now?
ミカサ、起きろよ。よっぽど疲れてたんだな。
なんか長いのよ
Same thing Aaron
That's the
said.
same thing Aaron said.
Same thing Aaron's crying.
Wait, yeah.
どうすることもできないだろう。俺たちが全てを放り出してここまで逃げてきた。
What? What the hell is going on?
俺にはヒストリアを自分人として永遠の殺し合いをすることも
Is this a dream?
島里に大虐殺することもできなかった。お前じゃないか。
This would have been if she gave him a different answer. Remember?
Oh
Yeah, if she said we weren't family.
ごめんね
この話はしない約束だったのに。
もう一つも約束しているか。俺が死んだらこのマフラーを捨ててくれ。忘れてくれ。
Armin's like you're cooking him though.
No.
Oh, she took off the scarf. Oh wait, no, she
Bro,
Put it on.
she put it on.
didn't. She can never take it off. Holy, wait.
Levi!
I'm just like waiting in anticipation.
Yeah,
I want to know what the
I'm
fuck's
thinking,
gonna
what the
happen.
hell's going on?
This is. This man's battling everyone.
He's last walker.
Bro, the Ackermans are cold, man. Like, you know in the mouth.
She's smiling. Oh. Wait.
What?
She did it?
What'd she do?
いってらっしゃい。エレン。
That's what you're waiting for, Ron.
It's a fucking. Holy
Did she kill him?
fucking shit.
Did she kill him?
Wait, what he's talking about? What? Wait, neither the stomach. What the hell is going on?
そうだ。お前たちは生き残った人類すべての恩人だから。島の悪魔でありながらパラディ島に背き、人道を貫いた。この世で最も敬意を表される存在になるはずだ。
残念だが、僕もみんなも君の思い通りに英雄を演じるつもりはないよ。
歩きながら話そう。子孫ユミも話を。
Bro, this is, my
He
mind
knew
is
about this like when he was.
My mind's good.
始祖ユミルは2000年間フリッツ王に従い続けているから巨人の力が今も存在するって。
そう。
Yeah, she molded
故
it.
郷を焼かれ親を殺され舌を抜かれた相手に神に等しい力を手にした後も従順であり続けた始祖ユミルはフリッツ王を愛していた。それが2000年経ってもユミルを縛り続けていたものの正体だ。苦しみから解放してくれる誰かを求め続けついに現れた。それがミカサだ。
What?
Mikasa? She saw Mikasa in herself.
ミカサが何をする
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
She saw Mikasa in herself.
俺が確実に人類を虐殺して
Yeah. And Mikasa managed to kill him, but she couldn't kill King Fritz.
俺の大切な仲間を
Turn them into things, bro. Titans.
戦いに巻き込んだ。始祖の力がもたらす影響には過去も未来もない。あの日あの時ベルトルトはまだ死ぬべきじゃなかった。だから見逃した。浮かせたの。
What the hell?
I got chills.
What?
This guy is.
Bro,
エレンのことを忘れて誰かと幸せに生きていけると思う？君が望んだ通りに。
さあ、わかんねえ。
oh.
俺のことを忘れるで済まされると思っているのか。まあ案外すぐにいい人見つけてあっさりくっつく気がするな。
Hit the sea. I knew what the sea.
そんなのやだ。味方に男ができるなんて。
What? This is what I wanted to see from you the whole time.
俺が死んだ後もしばらく10年以上は引きずっててほしい。そこまでか。
Bro, that's you need to be telling her that before. What the fuck?
Damn.
人類の
basically.
まだ起きてない虐殺を止めるんだ。
できない。お前たちが救える人類は2割までだ。もう何度もここに出し過ごした。未来の記憶が進んだ側の魔法
Facts. We saw that.
自由の奴隷だ。
Oh. Back to Kenny's speech about being a slave to
Oh
something. Bro.
いなきゃ戦争は起きないだと。こんな冗談を真に受けるやつがあるか。残された記憶は殺すか殺されるか。
True.
僕たちのためにやったっていう。
いや、違う。
So why'd he do it?
Freedom.
That was his first word.
That's
his father's first
insane.
word.
That's insane. Oh my god, Aaron.
That is stupid.
この景色が見たかった。
Oh yeah, with the almond. Holy, he wanted to see it with the almond.
This is so poetic, bro.
どうしてでも
What?
That is so
Bro, you're in a pool of blood.
全てはお前らを守るためだって思ってた。だが、サシャ、ハンジさん、
But more people.
Bro.
古僕たちと殺し合いまでさせることになった。バカだからだ。
What?
どこにでもいるありふれたバカが力を持ちまった。
Similar to what Raina said.
わかるよ。この世から人を消し去ってしまいたいと思ったことなら
嘘つけ。お前がそんなことを思う。
誰も思わないだろうね。人類は2割を救った英雄だから。でもエレンに外の世界の本を見せてたのは僕だ。これは僕たちがやったことだ。だからこれからはずっと一緒だね。
これから。
The paths.
あればだけど
Oh my god.
8割の人
Is he being sarcastic?
He's being real.
She's being
Yeah.
real.
They did this together.
Yep.
He's blaming it. He's
Yeah,
telling.
he's taking it. I know.
He gave him the idea of
The
free.
title of this is Heaven and Earth or whatever. They're saying they're going to hell.
What did it? Oh.
This is insane. Armin was really his one true friend.
ここで過ごした記憶を消すな。
This was the realest conversation Aaron and Armin have had.
Yeah.
Bro.
Fight to them.
This is
先に待ってる。地獄で。
he got all
This
the
was
memories.
this was when he visited him. Remember? And that's when he wiped his memories. He visited him then. Because remember, he can wipe Armin and all their memories. He can't wipe Mikas's.
Yeah,
so at the
exactly.
end, he visited Mikasa because he couldn't wipe it. Like, but these guys each wiped it.
So until the final moment, he
That
had
is
to
my
do-
favorite scene from the whole show. That Armin and Aaron talk.
思い出した。
Basically.
Oh my, what a. Holy fuck.
Holy crap!
I don't know whether to hate him or love him, man.
Bro, this
Bro,
guy.
my brain is scrambled.
No, this guy's a
He
genius.
visited all of them.
He really, he's loved the hardest in this whole show.
He's loved the hardest.
He's loved the hardest, bro.
私もお話したかった。
He didn't visit her.
Yeah.
Oh, music.
Yeah.
This is
Want to hear what he said to Levi?
いや、お前ら見ていてくれたか。これが結末です。お前らが捧げた心臓の。
Sasha.
I always thought he kind of died, man. He actually battled the whole way
Yeah,
through.
somehow Ryan is
Yeah,
alive.
he's still alive, man.
The plot arm's
the
crazy.
plot armor,
This guy's
yeah.
like a cockroach, man.
It's all he's ever wanted as well.
Bro, like, I don't know what to think here, though.
Like, this is beautiful. He still wiped the 80% of humanity, you know
It's
what I
like,
mean?
what
It's
do
like,
I do? Like,
We'll talk about it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
look at the way she's
Look,
clinging
yeah,
onto the
yeah,
head, bro.
And the scarf is literally tied to its...
Yeah.
エレンはいつもあそこで居眠りしてた
Under the tree.
She's talking about the
Stop.
tree.
Oh,
Holy!
Bro, by the daisies.
This is an insane...
What a show, bro. What a show.
What? This is art.
Bro, this is like, oh my god.
How do you think of this thing?
Yeah, how do you think of this, bro?
我々はただの人だ。
証明できるか
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
ここで
That's the message of the show, bro.
Yeah, war will never be able to... You,
Yeah.
Whatever what you do,
You
there will
cannot
always be war.
eradicate war.
他に証明してくれ
I thought we liked him, bro.
こちらが未だ巨人の力を有しているなら力を使って抵抗するでしょう。
君は
Armin, motherfucker.
パラディ島のエルディア人
Him.
アグミン・アルレルト進撃の巨人
Oh.
エレン・イェーガーを殺したものです。
He wanted them to be heroes, remember?
Yeah.
Who saved the world.
The 20%.
私の頭の中を覗いていた
Oh, the headache.
Oh, the
Yeah.
headache was Ymir.
Oh, shit.
Holy.
おやすみなさいユミル
What a scene. Look, she hasn't let go.
Yeah, relax. Still got time.
Story's kid. 3 years old.
I did not think a show would make me feel this much emotion, bro.
Bro, I...
Especially...
I didn't think I was gonna get this emotional.
Bro, I did not think... This is cooked.
イェーガー派が取り仕切る軍を結
The
成し
Jaegers.
勝てば生きる
Aaron's words.
If it was. Oh.
戦わなけ
I
れ
don't
ば
know what to think. That's the thing.
Hitch.
Oh no.
戦
Oh, her. Sasha, the one. Oh my god. Nicola.
きっとこの結果はエレンだけの選択ではありません私たちの選択がもたらした結果がこの世界なのです残された猶予をどう生きるかこの巨人のいない
Harmon looks sick.
Bro.
That is cold.
The mid part, I like it. Peak.
Ryan.
John.
何度見てもヒストリア
Is that Connie?
Bro, is this guy gonna think of his story now?
Hey!
Oh.
That's crazy.
誰に見せるつもり
John, John.
歴史の教科書を読む。
マネズさんと間違え
Bro, rated with the
But
shade.
these two's banters, it's
Really
bad.
made me laugh, got like it.
アルミ本当に
Bro, husband and wife.
長きしてほしいだよ。
なんだ今更言って
John's still shitting on it. Even facts. But it's out of love, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
no,
it's
no,
still
it is out of love.
調査兵団は夢見がちで諦めの悪い連中だから
Bro, rain. Oh.
憲兵だけどとりあえずまだ殺されません
Buddy, no one cares.
He skimmed over it.
みんなは知りたいはずだから僕たちの物語
Yeah. So they returned to
Yeah.
parody now.
He was sick!
Oh,
She
she
pinned
touch
with
it.
one eye.
That is the sickest thing.
That is a war. That is for the greatest
True
fighter.
warrior.
The greatest fighter to ever live.
On
to the
on.
Oh.
Greatest warrior that ever lived.
Yelena.
Yeah, put her to work, bro. I don't like her.
Oh, she saw Zeke's.
Bro, they're building.
I wish
trees.
they could give one last scene of Kenny somehow. I want to see Kenny.
Bro, yeah.
I mean,
Like,
bro,
I
his,
miss
his
Kenny.
words have lived
Yeah,
on.
he's
Bro,
words.
slave to the
Yeah.
freedom, bro. That
Yeah.
like I instantly thought of Kenny.
Gabby and Falco, man.
Ah, what a show! What a show! What a show!
Bro,
This was
glimmer of hope.
this was literally a movie, bro. Holy
Bro,
shit!
this was insane.
Oh,
he's
she's on
burying
top
her.
of the hill. Oh my
エ
god.
レンもうすぐみんなが会いに来るよ
Still got the same scar.
She looks beautiful with this ponytail.
Bro, the short hair was like.
Yeah,
You
the
tell-
long hair's way
Yeah,
better.
long hair's way better.
She doesn't have to fight anymore, that's why.
Yeah. Oh, it's like Eren. It's like a sign.
Yeah.
This writer has done this so beautifully. Holy moly.
マフラーを巻いてくれてありがとう。まだ日々
Bro.
Everyone stand up.
Everyone stand up, take a bow for Isayama. This is the greatest show we've ever seen.
Oh, the city's
my
being
God.
built.
Yeah, industrialized.
It's
But
not-
the tree still stands.
Holy. Think about it, there's no tide to break that down anymore.
Do you think this is the actual history of our
Look
humanity?
how far in the future it is.
Yeah.
No matter what, see, there's war no matter the era, but the
exactly.
tree still
it's a
stands.
cycle. It's a
More
cycle.
wars, it's just like...
Look at the grave.
His gravestone's still there.
Oh, they get nuked again.
Look, you
Again.
can't stop war, but the tree still remains.
Oh, I know the tree got blew up there.
They get replanted again.
Is that Mikasa? Oh, the scarf. It's probably like
Mikasa's kid
yeah, kid.
with the new love of her life.
Surely she didn't have another kid.
But that's what Eren would have wanted.
Yeah, that's how the story started. Think about it. She went into a tree.
Oh, fucking so.
Now he's going into a tree with different circumstances, but it was really
Holy. God. We literally wrote notes on all this.
Yeah, we all wrote notes.
Before we start, I thought you were going to thank Ronnie for putting us onto the show. Because I think we have to
yeah,
thank
yeah.
Ronnie for
You
putting
need-
us
you
on.
need-
Ronnie.
We've already thanked Isayama.
I'll tell you
but
that
we
I
also
didn't make the
thank
show,
Ronnie.
so I mean.
No, but like,
Shake.
yeah, you know when you have an app and they ask you, oh, how'd you find out about us? And it's like
Yeah.
through someone
I'm marketing it.
through
Jesus,
ads.
Eddie.
I'm gonna say through Ronnie.
Okay. There you
I think like the
Shut
way...
up, let him speak. He said through Ronnie.
No, wait.
yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, before we start this, I think it's like what you were saying off camera, right?
Yeah.
This is all art. Like, it's all interpretation. It's all
Yeah,
art.
yeah,
So, like, let's not forget that.
It's all how we see it.
Continue.
100%. So that's why I want to preface this by saying I've written a few notes down to explain it to them, but I don't know for a fact that this is correct. Alright, so if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments, right? I think first of all, I should maybe talk about Eren's power a little
Yes,
bit, right?
please.
So, obviously we know that Eren, well, from what they've told us, Eren, when he touched his story's hand, saw his own future through Grisha's memories,
Yeah.
right? We know that.
Yeah.
It was when he actually got the Founder's power through Yumiya in the past, you know, when he hugged her.
Yeah.
That's when he said everything was... The past, the present, and the future were all intertwined. He said they were all like the same for him, basically.
Yeah.
Once he got the Founder's power, right? So it was then he actually knew about how all this was going to end. So he wouldn't have known about all of this stuff happening at the end here before he started the rumbling, right? It's only when he got the actual Founding Time's power. And so that's the reason why he always kept saying he keeps moving forward, right? Because everything in his head was a bit jumbled up.
Yeah,
So
he
all he
did.
did was keep moving forward,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that basically means he was using the Founding's power to then visit all his friends, right? In the past, we saw that.
Yeah, we saw that.
And the reason you said, oh, why are they children or whatever, that's not actually because he visited them during, like, when they were children. It's just like a symbolic thing.
Okay,
almost.
okay.
So
They're
it's almost
talking
like-
about those things.
Yeah, like, maybe they get, like, he feels more innocence or something when he's a child, right? So he's
It's
doing
almost
that
where
way.
it all started. Like, you know how Armin
Yeah.
was talking about, I'm the one who gave you the book. It's almost like
Yeah.
it started from that day. This whole thing started from
Oh,
there.
right.
Yeah, so the reason why, Ron, you pointed it out, you said, when the rumbling started, you said, oh, Eren looks so depressed, right?
Yeah.
And if you remember, before the rumbling started, he wasn't like that. He was,
Yeah.
like, filled with
He was-
conviction and... you
When
know-
he tied his hair up
Yeah.
on the heel, got
Because-
the coat and everything.
Because, I mean, think about it, right? When you start the rumbling and you start killing all these people, no normal person can keep that... You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna break you.
like, his face
Right?
just looked down.
Yeah, exactly.
It starts to eat into your soul. Like no matter what,
Exactly.
no matter how bad of, like you're gonna feel it.
Bro.
And you know what's crazy?
You can't
as
live
well?
with that much guilt. It's hard.
You see the Colossal Titans as well. At the start of this episode, they showed the eyes of the Colossal
Yeah.
Titan.
Yeah.
That looked
Beautiful,
depressed.
Aaron,
Beautiful. That's why I said it looked like the founder Ymir's eyes. It looked like tired.
Soulless almost,
Soulless.
Alright, so, okay, now this part might, like, confuse you a little bit, right? But just take it how it is, and don't... It's... Because if we start talking about this, it might take a while to explain, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just skim over it. You guys remember when Grisha was talking about the Attack Titan's powers,
Yeah.
right? In that chapel.
Yeah.
So he talked about two
In the
things.
memory.
First thing was the Attack Titan always fights for freedom.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And the second thing was the Attack Titan can glimpse into memories of future inheritors. Remember that?
Yeah,
Wait,
those two things.
those two
One
things,
thing, you know the first line, is that why, he said like that's why they opposed King Fritz or the founder Titan. The Attack Titan opposed the founding Titan.
I don't actually know exactly what it said, but I remember them saying in whatever era it finds himself in,
Yeah.
it always fights for freedom, right? Okay, remember those words.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, instead of the Attack Titan's powers... wait, this will come full circle in a second.
Yeah.
instead of the Attack Titan's power actually being, instead of thinking about Gush's words, think about it like this: the power of the Attack Titan is actually dictated by Eren himself. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
yes,
think about that. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Eren can use the Founding Titan's power to select exactly which memories he wants to send back to every single Attack Titan inheritor. All right. In order to control everything that happens.
Because he's the last Attack Titan.
Yeah, and he has the Founding Titan's
He's the
power.
Founding
Okay, now think about this. Think
You
about
can
this.
alter the actual power
So,
itself.
so instead of thinking about it like the Attack Titan people can glimpse into future inheritors, it's actually Eren sending every single memory back that they need
That's
to
why
see.
Eren Kruger.
Yep, that they
that's
need to
the
see.
lead up.
Every single Attack Titan, that what they need to see in order to get to this point.
Holy shit!
Oh,
'Cause
shit.
The whole time, I remember the whole time we were thinking like, oh, this next inheritor, what they've given
Yeah.
something. But there was no next. He's the
We
last
asked the
inheritor.
question about what he's gonna.
It was
yeah, the
Eren
future-
influencing every single Attack Titan holder
I get
in
it,
order
I
to
get
get
it.
to this point.
I get it.
And that's the reason, you know how, this wasn't actually something that I interpreted myself. Someone actually DM'd me this. They said, the reason why every single Attack Titan holder fights for freedom is because of Eren.
Eren, exactly.
It's because of Eren.
Because Eren's just
Because
fighting.
he tells them to think about
and Eren obviously doesn't tell them, oh, the rumbling, he's going to wipe out 80%.
Yeah.
He just tells them he's going to save Eldia. And he manipulates them.
Yeah.
He gives them what he
did
wants.
what the Founding
That's what he
Titan
did with
did.
Grisha. He just
Exactly.
gives them enough.
So all this, every single thing has been, for 2,000 years, he's influenced every single Attack Titan holder to get
Up
to this point.
That is insane.
You know how crazy that is?
I get it.
So then that means
I get it.
By definition, it means Eren can see into the future, but he can also manipulate the past.
He's basically
He can,
because
That's why I said the past, present, and future are all
because
intertwined.
no one can because every other Attack Titan was being manipulated. Every other Attack Titan was being manipulated by the next
By
one,
the
right?
next one,
But
yeah.
there's no one next one from after Eren.
Yeah.
He's the final
He's
boss.
gone back and manipulated all of them in
he-
history. That's why history is shaped differently.
Exactly. He's everything that's happened.
He's literally
orchestrated.
altered history.
So for example,
Well,
he
technically, he hasn't altered. That is history.
It is. It's not
That's
really
history.
altering. It's like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You think
yeah.
about it. It's
Oh,
all
I
one
get it.
timeline.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's
That
all
is
one
the
timeline.
history.
It all goes. Yeah.
That's
crazy. That is insane.
Bro, that is genuinely when they say
Bro,
every
2,000
line in this
years?
show.
Yeah.
No, like when they say every
line.
single
You know how
line.
crazy that is?
Like
insane.
some random line Reiner said can apply to now.
I really love what Roland said about it with Ryan's life, but
Exactly.
we'll talk about that during
Yeah,
Eren's.
yeah.
I want to know how you guys interpreted that ending and like about like Eren's motives and all that. Like I want to hear you guys' take, and then I'll give my own take because
Ron, you've
Listen,
been on Eren.
Yeah,
I want to
Hey,
say
what's
though. I want to say obviously my takes aren't like right.
Yeah.
Everyone
It's
has
an opinion,
Yeah, it's an opinion. My takes from now on is also gonna be. We've all seen the same amount of the show now,
yeah.
so everyone's gonna be. It's all gonna be opinions.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah,
want
okay.
to preface that as well. So
Yeah.
everything we talk about is gonna be our own interpretation.
Yeah. Alright, wait, can I ask you it's very straightforward. I'll ask you this as well, and I'll ask you as well. Do you think Eren achieved his idea of freedom? Just yes or no?
I'll say yes, but I'll go into it more.
Yeah, go into more.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think yes.
I think yes as well.
You can talk about Eren.
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
You guys
you
start
go.
first.
You start
If you have
first.
your thoughts,
Yeah, you
start.
start.
No,
You start.
I feel like there's a lot of like recency bias in my head.
Alright.
You know what I mean? Like Eren's whole, like I feel like I understand him, right? But I can't also overlook the fact of everything he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, if we're talking about freedom in itself, I don't think he found freedom. I personally don't think he found freedom because he said he was a slavery to freedom, right? But his idea of freedom it kind of got misconstrued somewhere at some point for me, right? Because he thought freedom was his people live in peace. And up until, like you said, he got Ymir, he didn't know the outcome after the rumbling. So, that's not real freedom in my opinion. Like he ultimately didn't achieve that freedom because it's like he didn't actually ultimately dictate. He dictated the outcome, but it wasn't like on his terms, in my opinion. I think he would have got about it a better way.
I agree with parts you said. Like I think what it was I think for him it was the pursuit of freedom almost.
Yeah,
it
was the journey.
Because at the end of the day, he wasn't really. I don't think he was happy with the end result at all.
He wasn't. That
But-
speech with Armin, that's what I keep on going back to the speech with Armin, right?
Yeah.
That showed me that, like, I don't think he found freedom. He wanted to be with Mikasa.
But
he wanted to be with his friends.
Remember, freedom is relative, right?
It is,
So
it is.
for me, the way I see it is, Eren got to do everything he wanted on his own terms, right? He was free to make every single choice that he made, and for him, that was freedom. He got to even his mom's death, right? Technically, he was the one that influenced it, not Marley. So at the end of the day, it wasn't actually his mother's death that led him to do all these things, right? Because he did that himself, right? So he chose everything in his life basically. That's what he believes, and for him, that's freedom. But there's a lot of other characters that view freedom differently, right? And that line with Kenny comes back, right? Being a slave to something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Armin, he was a slave to seeing the outside world, seeing the seas and stuff like that, right? But he gave up on that for Eren, right?
I had to abandon that when he said all they abandoned.
Erwin, he had his dream of going to the basement and seeing the truth. He gave up on that to save the Survey Corps, right? Mikasa had a dream of spending her life with Eren. She gave up on that, right? But Eren, his dream was kind of accomplished, in my opinion, right? He kind of saw it through.
Yeah.
He saw it through.
I think the part where I said I believe he became free because he almost gave up his idea of being free. Because when he gave up, because like Briaj said, I think his idea of freedom would have still been to be free and live happily with Mikasa, with his friends, right? But I think once he gave up the idea of that being free, I think that's when he actually became free because he wasn't held on to by anything. And then, but I think the part where, where Reyna said, like, oh, you got the power and he had the power. I think the reason why, I think if Armin had the power, if Erwin had the power, Mikasa had the power, they would have chosen whatever they... Like, he actually had the power to choose, to act on it.
Exactly.
No, these other people didn't. So like, that is a very profound quote because he actually had the power to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah, and it's because it's Eren, he chose to do what he did.
Exactly.
I actually very much like the line how you said he gave up freedom in order to be free, which makes a lot of sense when I think about it, right? It's that line that Armin said, can you abandon everything, right? The one who abandons everything almost wins, right, basically. Like you said, those guys, they abandoned their thing, right? But by abandoning Eren's what he wanted, he actually became free because then he was like, think about it like this as well. Like, he didn't really abandon anything. He was always like that.
Yeah.
Think about it. From young, he was always like that. Our perception of Eren changed throughout the show, right? Yeah. But the thing is, he never changed. He was always that way. He was always...
But the thing is, I actually did feel like he never changed.
But you guys are wrong about what you're saying about freedom because, again, freedom is relative, right?
Yeah.
For the people that... For example, you can say Armin and all them, they were all slaves because at the end of the day, they had to give up on their dream and die, right? But Eren, you can say he was always free because he got to do what he wanted. Like, they're both... Freedom is just different for everyone.
Here's what I've got from all this, right? I think the key word we're missing here is inhibition. What Eren had...
You need to find that.
So
the key
Let's
word.
look up the definition for that.
All right, let me define it using dictionary. A feeling that makes one self-conscious and unable to act in a relaxed and natural way.
Yeah.
Right. So, what it was, I think it goes back to, for me, Eren was a victim to his powers. So with Eren, what happened is his inner dialogue was actually influenced from the power he got. Right. So this whole notion of genocide, all of this came about as soon as his inner dialogue changed, which was influenced by power and his inhibitions, right? So let's not forget that when you look at Eren. Yes, Eren hasn't changed. Eren has always wanted freedom. I agree with that, right? But the cost of freedom, I think that has changed throughout the show.
I think I actually disagree with that point. You know why? Because you're saying the power changed him, right? It's basically he merely got a tool to do what he wanted. That's all it was. So he had all these beliefs, but if you could never put it in place, it's kind of worthless, right? Someone gave him the power, like Ron said. He had the choice now.
Ryan said.
From the start, he was always like, I'm going to kill all these Titans, blah, 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 and he got the tools to do it.
There was one line Levi said as well, like ages ago during some scene, I can't remember, right? He said something like, it's not because of the power that makes Eren like this, it's because his mind can't be controlled, or something like that. Levi said something like that. And that described him perfectly.
Well, wait, I disagree, because I think the tool itself was a shackle. Like, when we say the tool, the power here is not any ordinary power. It's almost like a burdening, imprisoning kind of power, where he's simultaneously existing in 3 different realms, right? So what that is, it's not like a tool at that point. It's a burden. I don't see that as like some sort of divine thing that you would love to have. It's like that thing is literally... Like, for example, if I knew what was going to happen to me in the next 10 years, right? And I try to influence how that's going to be, I'm a slave to that. He's a massive slave to it. That's how I looked at it, right? Yeah. And the other thing I had was intent versus outcome. Eren's intentions and his love, I greatly respect, which is why I didn't know how to act at the end of that. Because it brought tears to my eyes, and the reason I cried was because I loved seeing that lovable side of Eren, right? But let's look at outcome. When we look at outcome, it doesn't match with what I would have liked to see from Eren. So genocide, right? So it's like it's a double-edged sword at the end of the day, which is why I think people like Armin, if they had that power, I don't think they would have acted any differently.
They wouldn't have.
I don't think if Armin could see the future, I
disagree.
I feel like the power is so great, right? That power where people can see into the future and the past and live like that. I think people play into their destructive nature automatically, and destruction's bound to happen.
No, they play into their true nature, and in my opinion, this was always Aaron's true nature.
Armin's
This is not
true
Armin's.
nature is that Armin has always been. Think about it. Armin has always been driven by curiosity.
Exactly.
Right. His driving force has just been curiosity. Aaron's driving force has always been not being free. And in his definition, that's not living by his own terms, not making his own choices.
So what I'm saying is, the outcome is not genocide, right? So like for Aaron, the outcome was genocide. For Armin, it might be something else, but it'll be destructive.
Okay.
What my point is it's bound to be destructive with that much power, right?
Yeah.
There's bound to be some sort of destruction occurring. I can preface that by saying, let's look at when characters have a lot of knowledge, information, compared to others, they're naturally bound to clash. I said this in my season review as well. When we talked about what's going to happen when Aaron's the leader, when he's going to know everything, I said naturally there's going to be a divide in the group. That's the same thing as what's going to happen if Aaron and Mikasa got that power. There would have been divide.
Because you said same outcome, I was thinking
no.
genocide.
And can I also just say, I think you know how you talk about intention versus outcome.
Yeah.
He did all these nasty things, right?
Yeah.
But I think in his mind he tried to balance it out by he made them the heroes. He didn't want to take any action for it. He wanted to do everything else. He's already done this. He tried to mitigate in his own mind, rationalize. If I'm going to do this genocide, I'm going to back it up by he went into each person's mind, try to rationalize what he was thinking, try to give them the best, as nice as a way he could do it. Like still say sorry, still try to understand me, try to forgive me for this massive, horrible thing I've done. But he tried to go. I think he did his best to try to mitigate that with the stories he was telling each person.
Wait. I think what you're saying is a really good point, right? Because it ties back in with responsibility from the other characters. We knew that when Armin was sitting on the blood of pool with Eren, and someone said, I don't know who it was, said, they're no different. I think it was you, right? That's the most beautiful point he made, because what it is Eren literally went back to have a conversation about this with those guys, right? And
he tried to justify
Armin literally hugged him.
Yeah.
Armin literally hugged him at the end.
Yeah.
So we're saying, they're going to do things differently, whatever it is, right? But it's like, people around him had a. It's not just all Eren's destruction that we're looking at here. We can't just solely blame Eren for this. It's all the.
Someone said it during the show. They said it was a culmination of choices.
Yeah.
His story said it.
Yeah.
Culmination of choices. Yes, you're right. But think about Eren's true motives, right? Think about that. Think about the conversation between Eren and Armin, right? Now, what do you guys think Eren's true motive was for doing all this? Just, whatever you think. I'm not right. You're not right. Like, I just what do you think?
I think he was trying to.
He just want to protect his.
He was trying to
That's
get.
what you think the driving force.
No.
I think it was mainly like he said, when he looked into the wars, I'm going to eradicate you guys to get freedom, right?
Yeah.
I think, but like the part that played in with it, I think that's why I think Eren's version of freedom.
He was trying to justify what he's.
The reason I say Eren's not free is because I think ultimately, right? He said, "I'm doing this to destroy this guy and be freedom." But I think ultimately his goal was to be with Armin and those guys. And have that. And he couldn't achieve that. That's why I said I don't think he's free, right? Because even when he saw the pool of blood, but he saw it as skies, right? He saw it as freedom. And he goes, Armin, Mikasa, I wish you were here, right? That was his... That's why I don't think he had freedom. And that's why I think his sole purpose was as well.
At the end of the day, like, he was... Yeah, it was the pursuit of freedom. And at the end of the day, it was like... He knew he had to die, but he still wanted to spend time with his friends. Yeah, I see.
I look at... To answer your question about that, I look at it differently. So I see... Eren is someone that's been a catalyst for war throughout this whole show. He's been the weapon, he's been the catalyst of war throughout all of this, right? But equally, he hates war. So with Eren, I think the reason he did all of this is because he's almost like an Annie. He was tired of fighting. He just wanted to get rid of everything. I want my people to be safe. I don't want to have to worry about this. I hate everyone that wants to fight me. Let me just eradicate the whole world so there's no wars left.
Remember what he said as well. When he saw the outside world, he was disappointed.
Yeah.
And I
think that ties back in with what you were saying, Biraj, about how he truly never got the freedom, because that's one perspective you can look at it from as well.
100%.
Because wars will never stop. We know that.
Like his goal ultimately, in my opinion, I don't think was actually reached. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
He eradicated humanity. Yeah. There was still the outside world is still going to be disappointing. Yeah. People in Paradise is still.
Think about it like this. Right? You're saying that, right? but that's in the future, right? And from what Armin said in the show, remember that war will always happen. The cycle will always happen. But think about what Armin said. We can take that message. Like, it's such a good message. You can take it like in real life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so deep. Because Armin said, it's the like little things and the moments now that matter, right?
Living the present.
For Eren, he achieved. Mikasa and all them, they're gonna live. You saw in the post credits, like war didn't happen for another like hundreds of years, right? So it was what happens now that counts.
That's why
I think that was actually a big.
That's why I'm saying the power was a burden for him because he couldn't live in the present. He couldn't actually. The power was a massive burden because the present was the most important thing.
But that wasn't the most important thing to him. It comes back to what Ronnie said of Eren's intentions. Eren's intentions ultimately supersede that power. You know what I mean? The power was never above his intentions.
The issue is if someone like what Armin I think inherently understood was one life today is more valuable than lives in the future. It's like
it's what you can save immediately.
Eren was looking to destruct everyone now to protect people later, but things can change in the future. Armin, that's why inherently, you know the hug that Armin gave him, right? I view that as, look, imagine someone right now was like, there's an asteroid coming to hit you. I can protect the asteroid. I'll save you, but I'm gonna divert it to killing everyone else. As much as fucked up that is, you're still gonna feel a sense of gratitude for thank you for saving me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like thank you. Like I'm gonna still be alive, but my moral will not allow me to do it. So it's like when Armin was hugging him, it's like even because there were moments when they were like. That's what they were battling with it. They're like, I appreciate you for saving my life, but you're killing all these people, and I can't allow that. That's why in the end they had to kill him.
Not only that, he took responsibility for it as well.
And that's another beauty. Like Eren actually, even when he was telling Armin all this stuff, he acknowledged everything. He was like, look, you guys, I'm gonna tell you how I actually feel.
And Armin also acknowledged that he was a part of it.
Exactly.
That was the most raw conversation we've ever seen.
When you're honest, you bring honesty in other people as well. And I just want to say one last thing with that. How that ended with Mikasa killing Eren, right? You know, I think that's so fucking poetic because she almost put him out of his misery. And then there's also an element of, as soon as I saw that, right, I was surprised. It was zero. That scene went so quick, there was no hesitation. And straight went into my head. Remember in season 2, episode 6, when she hesitated to kill Reyna and thing?
Yeah.
She hesitated, then Eren got pissed off. Not pissed off, but like, there was a kind of moment there. This time, there was no hesitation. She knew what needed to be done. She'd been battling it. The whole season was her battling with it. And I think in that scene, we saw the true nature of the stoicism where she knew what needed to be done, so she was stoic about it.
But she was smiling.
But you could, the aftermath, you can see how much she felt it. And that's the story of Mikasa. She does what needs to be done, but behind she feels every emotion.
It's all, you know who I can relate that to? You know who that sounds like?
Levi.
Sounds like Levi. Correct. It genuinely sounds like Levi.
Yeah.
Like, he had no hesitation in killing Zeke as well. In that scene. Like, I went a bit ballistic on Mikasa in that episode because she's kind of pissing me off. So I wanted to do. I did it. Ultimately, this is the outcome I kind of wanted to happen, right?
100%.
I think this was the best outcome given the scenario, right? I obviously understand the conflict with Mikasa and everything she had to go through, right? But like her finally being at peace with it, and that was largely due to Eren as well, right? I don't fully understand. I mean, I kind of understand it, but that little scene they had where they were camping and fishing and stuff that Eren gave to her, right? Like that almost gave her the peace she needed and comfort she needed. That Eren feels kind of the same way I feel, right?
And he sort of told her like, oh, no matter what answer you gave me, I still would have done this kind of thing. Like
nothing will happen.
It's not really your fault. Like you need to forget about me, kind of thing. Like, but to wrap up the Eren thing, like I wanna say my thing. Like the way I view that conversation, right, between Armin and Eren, was similar to like the conversation between Reiner and Eren in that basement. If you guys remember in Marley, right? Yeah. So at first, Armin sort of sees him like almost like, oh, you're doing everything to save us, right? Like that's what he's kind of telling Eren, and Eren's not really answering, but he's like going along with it, right? That's how Reiner and Eren were at the start when Eren was like, oh, Reiner, you did it all to save the world, right? Like you didn't really have a choice, right? Kind of thing. And then that scene when Eren starts breaking down, just as Reiner broke down, and Reiner started saying, oh, no, Eren, it was actually for me. I did it for myself, right? That was kind of what Eren said as well. Eren was like, you know what? At the end of the day, like it was my own selfish motivations. I did everything because he wanted to. You know what I mean?
And the respect is he acknowledged that. He wasn't shying away from it. He actually said it. And I think that's a beautiful thing that he said.
100%.
Like,
the other thing is, let's talk. I just want to say something about that.
Before you go, did you...
No, that was about it. But like, I don't disagree with the fact that he did everything to save his friends as well. Like,
Yeah.
it's sort of like
Two things can be true at the same time.
exactly. That's literally
Two
it.
things
Because
can be
that's
true
why
at the
Aaron's
same time.
character is one of my favorite characters in any show I've ever watched. Because he's the villain, but he's also a hero.
Yeah.
Correct.
He's a victim, but he's also like a
The antagonizer. Almost.
he's a murderer literally.
Yeah.
Like he's literally all these things: antagonist,
At
protagonist.
At once.
He's
He
all these
is
things at once,
juxtaposition.
and that makes him
He
so
is
interesting.
juxtaposition. Yeah, the beauty. He is juxtaposition.
Genuinely.
Life is juxtaposition.
That's
The
why-
truth-
that's why-
truth is paradoxical.
That's why when people say Aaron's a hero, like, I don't disagree. But when they say he's a villain, I don't disagree either.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like
No, that's why I said like, it's almost I appreciate why he did it
Yeah.
like in this episode.
Yeah.
But then you look back on what he actually has, and it's like
That's what we're sitting here right now, and we were getting emotional because we felt for him.
Yeah.
But it's like, buddy, still don't forget he's still committed genocide.
yeah,
It's like
exactly.
you
What do you
can't-
do? Like, you
as a
can't-
human
he's
being, like,
such
you
a
can't
complex
change.
character,
Like
yes.
that's why this show as well, it makes you feel, bro. Like you feel the whole array of human because the shows we talked about, they have a very serenic scene of Armin and emotional scene between Armin and Eren, right? But then they have the next scene of them trying to kill him.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, buddy, you just
What do you do?
It's like
And the Titans were the thing that they hated, but then they joined them to kill Eren.
But
It's
the
like-
Titans hating were long gone, man. Like, I need to go back and watch like season 1 to
Bro.
see just like how minuscule it almost
I have
is.
something to ask you, right? You talked about Mikasa before. I want to go back to that for a second, right? You said how she does what she needs to do necessarily from a stoic point of view. I think you said that. What do you think about her killing Eren was actually an act of service because he couldn't contend with himself? Like, do you think there's an element of that?
You had this idea in a few episodes before as well. You said Eren was wanting them to kill him,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But that was because he saw the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think
he let her kill him.
Yeah, because he like
let,
you said.
think about how like he let her kill him.
he knew he had to die. Yeah.
He knew he had to die, and why better way than like
And to make them heroes. as well.
Exactly, I was just about to say, he knew he had to talk to them and tell them to be heroes, and then so once he dies, they have those memories.
And think about, so do you guys understand the whole Ymir Mikasa thing? Kind of like it kind of makes sense.
Sort of.
But yeah, basically we talked about this during our Ymir episode where she basically loved Fritz in some sort of
Weird way. Yeah.
I mean,
Weird way.
if you think about it, it's exactly the same way Mikasa loved Eren. Right?
That's what I saw the parallel.
Eren and Fritz and Mikasa and Ymir, they both have this emotional obsession for some reason, right? And where Ymir couldn't sort of
Break the
sacrifice her
shackles,
love,
Exactly.
sacrifice her love, Mikasa could,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why Ymir this whole time was peeking through Mikasa's head
She wanted a
because
connection.
she felt that connection,
She was
and
living
she wanted to see
vicariously.
exactly, and she wanted to see if that sort of
Mistake.
slavery to that love gets broken or not.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
when she realized it could,
Yeah.
she probably thought like, oh, I don't always have to be in service to him. I could have saw other things in life, like her daughters, for example, right? She could have found like freedom in them, kind of thing. And
Wait,
She
I want
She
realized
wanted
that.
to see if Mikasa made the same mistake as her, basically.
exactly, yeah.
And she didn't, and she
She's
realized
free.
she could be at
She was
peace
free.
now.
She was free. Yeah,
She
exactly.
was free.
Yeah, beautiful. That was well said.
She was.
I want to talk about Zeke's nihilism for a second, right? When we looked at Armin and Zeke's dialogue, because that was actually
That was a beautiful
the
dialogue.
catalyst for all the Titans fighting for them, right? So that nihilism that Zeke had.
What's nihilism?
Nihilism is the thing that you have that says nothing matters, like the ideology that nothing. Humanity.
You're gonna die anyway, so why?
Why care, right? You know what I mean? I think Eren also mirrored that belief in what he did as well. Like, meaning he was like, all right, I live.
I got 4 years left anyway.
I got 4 left anyway, so I'm just gonna like do what I want to do, instead of like caring about the repercussions. So I think that element of nihilism is such a destructive force. Like the author's showing us that through this as well, right? Because as soon as he came back to the present, what happened? He's like, oh, there's little things like throwing the ball.
But you told me
There's such grandiose devotion in those little activities, right?
You said nihilism is destructive, right? And you gave Eren as example. But what you said there is Zeke. We didn't see Zeke's nihilism be the destructive force. Him saying, "Oh,
no, Zeke's nihilism was a destructive force.
No, but then
Zeke cared.
He was nihilistic, and then he realized nihilism.
Correct.
And then he.
Oh yeah, correct. So what I'm saying is, the reason why all the Titans were attacking them was because Zeke didn't really care. He's like, all right, this plan's gonna see out anyway.
No. The reason why the plan worked is because he was nihilistic, and Armin opened his eyes up.
He's trying to say nihilism is destructive.
No. What I'm trying to say is, during the moment where he was nihilistic, is when the Titans were going against him.
Yeah.
When Armin brought him out of nihilism,
He
when
could have done something about
so
it.
that's what I mean by Zeke's nihilism. When he was in that moment,
He didn't really care about anything at that point. He was sort of
so
like...
that's what I mean by the author showing us the destructive force of nihilism through Zeke's actions, right?
That's what. That's the whole thing with the cycle of war and all these things, right?
Yeah.
If you start thinking about like what's going to happen generations from now,
exactly.
that's Zeke's mentality. That's literally Zeke's mentality, where you're like, you're not living in the moment. You're not living in the present.
Correct.
And I can't, like, war is bound to happen, and if you try to just say,
I want to talk about, we got the kiss, but the kiss was with
it
just
was
his head.
necrophilia.
And that is an insane, like, symbolism.
You got what you wanted though.
I didn't feel
I'll
it.
be honest,
Like,
the kiss was trash. Like the way they animated it.
Bro, there was
She didn't even like put
bro,
her
there was
lips up.
zero tongue, bro.
That was dead head.
Yeah.
With the
No,
dead head.
no,
is
but
great.
the-
And Ymir's just sitting there watching,
No,
like, it was just a bit creepy.
but the symbolisms of it though is like you know what I want to see. That you know how he was professing like in that dream or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to see that
In real life.
like in real life. But
It was technically real life.
They lived it, I guess.
Yeah, they lived it, but like I didn't get to feel it in my heart. You know what I mean?
No,
So-
but you know what else was beautiful in their kiss? Like, what place were they with? Are they inside the mouth? Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I think the thunder spear had like opened up a hole in the mouth. So
Yeah,
the light,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
light.
Levi
came
opened that up.
Bro.
Yeah, that was
And
like,
Yumi was standing there like this.
Yeah.
the
like-
symbolism of that though. I think I can appreciate like from a viewer standpoint. It wasn't what I wanted, but from a storyline symbolism of how the show worked out, it was insane.
Well, I want to get into some other characters, right? Like Peak, Rainer, Jean, even Levi. Like Levi, we hadn't really seen much.
That scene with Levi and all the souls of the scout regiment. Oh my god.
Even Rainer, I'm gonna give my hand off to Rainer, bro. That man,
Rainer is a sensational character.
what a character! I thought he was down and out like 10
He
times.
actually might be like top 3 best characters.
100%.
bro,
Jean,
especially-
Rainer, they're all, bro.
Oh, I love Jean
The
so
characters
much.
in this show are like...
Amazing.
Even like honestly, as a viewer, I did not like. I didn't give a shit about Pierre. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't-
But
I
this
still don't
last
give a
couple episodes,
Yeah.
bro, she was actually like, she's actually got a bit of like.
We see why she's
She's
fighting.
cheeky and like she.
Bro,
got
the
it.
way she like,
yeah.
you know, she kept converting, like her
yeah,
endurance.
she kept
Bro, that was so
It's-
sick.
It's a
that
perseverance.
scene was crazy.
It's a perseverance of who she actually is as well.
Yeah.
She like perseveres so much, and her Titan skill matches her person in real life. And I think
Ooh, yeah.
like it's actually sensational.
And what's it called? You know what it reminded me of? You know when she was fleeing out of the Titan. You know when you're on a plane, you like eject out of the seat and you go flying out. I don't know. It just reminded me of that so much.
You know the other thing I want to talk about. So the tree, like the scene with the tree where the kid's going in to the same tree that Ymir went to.
Yeah.
It provides like a cautionary framework almost, right?
Wait, was it the same tree? Or that was Aaron's tree, wasn't it?
That was Aaron's tree. It's not the same tree,
It's
but
not the same-
it
it's a
looks the
symbolism.
same.
It looks the same. So the
symbolism of the tree.
It sort of highlights that if the conflict is not ended, right, history is bound to repeat itself. If conflict is like, if people don't learn from conflict and try to do things differently moving forward, history will repeat itself. That's what that's sort of signifying for me, right?
I agree with that, what you just said, but I also think it's a bit different because if you think about the circumstances Ymir was in when she was going to the tree, remember she was like desperate for, like she was desperate to save herself. She was running away from like hunters and stuff, right? This kid was like happy and curious. Yeah, curious, beautiful word.
yeah.
He was like curious to find out what's in there almost. Ymir was desperate almost, so
So maybe that's showing like things did get better over time.
Maybe,
as well.
yeah, maybe a little bit, yeah.
Even though there might be a war, the impact it had on people, like
it wasn't meaningless.
Mikasa's grandchild, let's say.
Yeah. I had the scarf on, to be fair. Yeah, maybe. You never know.
That's an heirloom.
What were you saying about
Oh, the Titans. Oh, you know how you mentioned Peak's Titan might resemble her, right? Like, it might be a stretch, but like Rainer's Titan, right? Its outer shell is very hard, right? It's got a very hard cover. But what we've seen it penetrate, and it's actually soft inside. It's kind of like who he is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you could say the Titans resemble.
The Titans resemble the people.
like that, yeah.
And you know what? I'm trying to think, right? That this whole show is an ending. This is a sensational show.
Yeah.
I think this ending, I'm happy with it.
I'm very, very
I'm
happy.
happy
I'm actually very happy with
I
it.
was very happy with this when I first
I think
saw it.
I'm happy with.
I'm actually genuinely happy. I think even it was done in a very manner which it doesn't leave me having more questions. Like
I think
Beautiful way to put it.
the only thing about it a little bit was like it was a bit fast paced. Like everything was happening.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, I get it. Like
I get it's the last
Otherwise,
episode.
you can't.
I get
It's
it.
a movie.
Something has to end. Because realistically, all these things they could all been dragged out. You want another 5 seasons for it? It's like
100%.
you can kind of see. That's why I think this show. We've always said it as well. One of the things we talk about this show, things go fast, right? At that time, but because realistically, if they sit down and explain everything, it doesn't allow what we're doing right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
And it wouldn't hit as hard as well.
If they sat down and explained everything, if they explained the thought behind the thought, then what are we left to say?
Exactly. They're living it up to our interpretation.
Exactly.
Not just that, like you got to view this episode almost as a movie, right? We can come back in multiple times and still pick up new things. That's what makes it so beautiful. It's already so high, but like the rewatch value of just this episode alone
is crazy.
And the way they've done it, they would have had to consciously think, all right, let's make the last 2 episodes, especially the last one, literally a movie long.
Bro, they would have had to write the first episode relating to this.
Exactly.
The most beautiful thing for me, the way they ended it was I got to see what the characters live up to their potential.
Yeah, later
like
on.
what I wanted them to be, they became.
Yeah, the
like Armin became the leader that I wanted him to be. Mikasa became the fierce warrior that I like to see. Levi, even when he had like half of his face cut, he was a warrior till the end. Eren was always battling for freedom. Reina was the same like armored titan juggling his inner emotions. But he lived it out. So that was that gave me the juice from the episode.
You know that's a beautiful point. It's like we talk about how Eren didn't really change point. I actually don't think a lot of them changed. They might have changed their views on like Malians, but who they actually are. A lot of them didn't actually change.
It just got amplified.
You just saw it more.
You saw it like this because you can say guys like Connie and all of them, they're still side characters, right? But you need them for the group. For a team to work, you still need those guys to cut the little nuts and bolts to fix the whole thing to come together.
Correct.
So the guys like Connie, they still had like John detonating the thing.
John's not a side character.
No.
John and Connie scene at the end of the
No. John is a side character, but like without John, they didn't get here with the detonation and all that stuff, right?
But that John and Rhino duo, like the duos in this show are amazing. Like Levi Irwin, then Levi Hanji, like the duos here, it's beautiful.
Or Levi.
Oh, just Levi Mikasa.
Just Levi on screen.
Annie Rhino when they pulled up on Flock. Like when they have these duos, there's something else, man.
The thing is, I didn't really hate anyone at the end, which I'm surprised about. I would have liked ending like this. You're about to hate someone, bro. Zeke, I was like, all right, euthanization. I was for it, but then I was against it. But now I'm like, well, I don't even hate Zeke. I don't hate Eren.
I love Zeke as a character.
You know, that's a beautiful point you say because I want to finish off our discussion now with the overarching theme of the shows, right?
Yeah.
And once again, we mentioned a couple in the intro, but you saying that point, I think I'll start with me. What this show is taught, and the main message out of this that I think is you have to move and go with a frame of understanding rather than judging. So, and this show has allowed us. That's what the point you said. You don't hate anyone. Yeah. That's so wonderful because, like, we don't hate Eren.
Yeah,
like we don't hate Eren. Yeah. But you understand it, even though it's a bit messed up. You understand it. So I think that's the main message. Obviously, I have that, and my favorite quote was Kenny's slave quote, right? But I think the main thing that I've gotten out of this show that anyone, if I was to tell someone about Attack on Titans, like, what do you like? You watch this show, right? What did you actually think about it? I'll be like, listen, whatever you do, go from a place of understanding rather than judging.
Yeah. Well, you go.
Oh, you sure? All right. Yeah, for me, the key message for me was the Armin one, where he says like, what matters is now. Like, everything is bound to repeat. It's a cycle. What matters is the little things that happen now. So
my main thing is kind of like Rowan's. It's more so, no matter if I have a side or whatnot, it's just be understanding, right? Like look at the other side, really think about it, right? Almost, and then realize because like it also goes back to the Armin quote of the good people, right? If you're a good person, they're me. And it's just like you got to understand those multiple sides. I think that's.
I think for me the main takeaway was you don't actually know what a person is battling until you fully like see it. Like for example, the Titans. We didn't know they were Titans. Like we thought Reina was just out to kill the Titans on Eren's side, right? It's like you got to be careful with how you judge as well and what you think about people, because you don't actually know what their frame of mind is.
Yeah.
So that's one of the main things, and I think that ties back with understanding.
Yeah.
I think everything goes back to that.
Everything.
No, and even the stuff like living the I think that everything intertwines together.
Yeah, 100%.
You can. There's so many other things like the men, like the older people in the show, like
Browse's
quotes, or
yeah.
like you can literally. That's why I think now,
Bro.
as we reach an end to our reactions, we're still gonna have our season review for this season.
Intro.
We're gonna have the intro, outro, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then but honestly,
there's gonna be a lot more AOT
like
content.
my dream is one day, if this channel is still going in like 5 years, to rewatch this show honestly and see how
Later on, yeah.
so it's because you the perspective we gain from this
Facts.
is how you as an individual at the point of time you're in your life as well, how you view it. So 5 years later, when we're all older, if you come back and watch this, you may view different characters different.
We might actually end up hating Zeke, for example.
you might. You don't know. So I think that's the beauty of this show. So
Bro, great rewatch value.
like alright, on 3, let's all just say thank you, Ronnie, for giving us a show and we'll end this episode.
Thank you, Isayama.
Isayama, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Thank you,
Thank you,
Isayama.
Isayama.
Thank you,
Isayama.
Beautiful show.